Welcome back to the GTV studio, and it's the time now of the show where we're going to have a look at some of our suggested place accumulator, pick six and jackpot bankers. We're going to have a look at some horses that we feel are worth keeping an eye on and including in your bets in what looks a competitive race meeting come Sunday or later on today, as I always say, depending when you're watching this production. So let's put the slide up on screen and let me talk you through it. There's the first section, which is the suggested place accumulator bankers. And I've gone with two horses here in this segment. The third race, which is the second leg of the place accumulator, I've gone with number 9, Cupid's Song, who certainly is improving and looks to have a bright chance of at least running into the first three. The other suggested place accumulator banker comes up in the very next race, the fourth race. Horse number 2, Mystery Boy, the Noble Tune gelding for Gareth van Zyl, Mario Ferreira and Wayne Ugrella. Progressive type, he looks to be on the improve. We're ignoring his last run when he pulled. For me, he looks to have a bright winning chance, let alone a first three chance. Then we're going to move on to the suggested pick six and jackpot bankers. In the third race, number 9, my PA pick six and jackpot bankers are the same. The third race, Cupid's Song, and then the fourth race, number 2, Mystery Boy, is the suggested banker there. Horses to watch out for, well, I've got 3 of them, and I'm hoping that they're going to run well for me. Starting off in the second race, horse number 3, which is Flying the Star. Corinne Bestel's horse, 1,200 meters last time at Greyville on the polytrack, showed all the amount of pace needed. I'm very encouraged to see they're dropping this filly to 1,000 meters. Her form's not the worst. She's never been too far off the action, and for me could be the value in the race. So she is the first of my 3 horses to watch out for. In the third race, the very next race, I've selected number 11, my colleague's horse, Purple and Green, and Graham races this in partnership with Gavin Almanza, Trevor Ferree and Mr. Govender. It's a Shane Humby's horse, Donovan Dillon's going to ride. Donovan Dillon's got such a good strike rate with the stable, and this Gimme the Green Light gelding certainly caught the eye on debut when finishing just over 3 lengths to high velocity. I'm expecting him to tighten up off that run and get right into the action here. Horse number 11, Purple and Green, and in fact, if he had to win, I wouldn't be shocked, but I'm expecting him to win over a touch further. More of a place chance than a winning one for me come Sunday. And the third and last of my horses to watch out for comes out in the fourth race. So I've gone races 2, 3, 4, so I'll know my fate early. The fourth race, number 10, Jacob's Ladder, for Louis Gerson, Suzette and Barcy Fillion. Sean Veal rides. Yes, they've got a bit of a wide draw to overcome. Not the strongest form around, but we know that Louis Gerson rates this Duke of Marmalade gelding, and that last effort was only 3.5 lengths to a Tiger Tank. I think we're going to see a lot more from this horse, Jacob's Ladder, and I've included him in the quartets, places, swingers, etc. So that's my thoughts on the race meeting in a nutshell. Looks to be a tough card, but Graham, I know that we're a little similar with 1 or 2 of our horses, but you've also found some interesting horses for us. Tell us more.
Yeah, well, I'm going to offer 3 suggested place accumulator bankers, as you'll see from my slide, which will come up in just a moment. Like you, in the fourth race, the third leg of the place accumulator, number 2, Mystery Boy, strikes me as being a fairly confident place accumulator banker. I'd be surprised if he didn't run into the first 3. Then in the fourth leg, which is race 5, number 6, Karoo Lark, comes into a competitive handicap with all the form in the world, second in its last 2 starts, well drawn, low mass of 53. I'm expecting him to hold form, and while I wouldn't suggest he's a pick 6 or a jackpot banker, I'm confidently suggesting that number 6, Karoo Lark, would be a place accumulator banker. And then in the last race, you have to draw a line through number 1, East Coast Star, debacle of a run last time out, certainly judged on her previous form. If she doesn't run into the first 3 here, then the connections are in a lot of trouble with this filly, number 1, East Coast Star. So I'm very happy to give her another chance and offer those 3 horses, Mystery Boy, Karoo Lark and East Coast Star, as place accumulator bankers. The other legs are tricky. You need to go pretty wide in those races. As far as the exotics are concerned, the pick 6 and the jackpot, again, I have healthy respect for Garth Puller trained Italian Dynasty in race 4, but on the past form line behind Christmas Bay and the fact that Mystery Boy is drawn better than Italian Dynasty, I'm fairly confident to also include Mystery Boy as a potential pick six and jackpot banker. And I'd be a lot more confident with East Coast Star if there were still couplings, because I make the Big Danger the stable companion number 5. So yeah, but on a day when you've got to go wide in so many legs, I think you can give number 1 East Coast Star another chance in the last leg, and hopefully she turns out to be superior to both Tostada and her stable companions. So yeah, for me, horses to watch out for on the day. You've gone in races 2, 3 and 4. I've gone in races 5, 6 and 7. In race 5, where obviously I fancy Karoo Lark, I do have healthy respect for number 8, Quinte, of just 51.5 kilograms on her back. Her only course and distance run produced a victory. Apprentice Zuma rides, and I think at 7 and 8 to 1 offers good each way value. In race 6, the feature event, which is very tough, the Marula Sprint, I'm expecting a big run from the 7 to 1 chance, number 5, Pearl of Asia. Certainly on handicapping, has a number of other key runners safely held, and I'm expecting Pearl of Asia to make its presence felt in a big way. And then the last of my value bets or horses to watch out for comes in the 7th race, probably the toughest race of the card, the Fillies and Mares handicap over 1,000 meters. Lots to like about the 14 to 1 and 16 to 1 offered about number 9, Sophia Erin, in the early exchanges. Trainer Pat Lunn would have learnt a lot from her first run for the stable. She was badly hampered at the start, lost ground, which was critical over 1,000 meters at Hollywood Bet's Gravel. So I think Sophia Erin back to her favorite course and distance, where she's run 3 times for a win in 2 seconds. You can't do any harm having an each way bet at 14 to 1 and 16 to 1 about number 9, Sophia Erin. And I'm certainly suggesting, Warren, that if you're going wide in that leg, you don't exclude number 9, Sophia Erin. I'm expecting a much better run from her.
Thank you, Graham. Yeah, there we go. So those are our 2 slides for you. And just before we wrap, safe to say, looking at those 2 slides, that a couple of race meetings ago, well, a couple of 2 or 3 months ago now, the way time flies, we gave the viewers a presenter's double, which duly arrived. Safe to say Mystery Boy could be the presenter's best bet on the card, or the banker, judging by our slides. We both like Mystery Boy. He looks to be the better bet on the card.
I would say it goes a long way to ticking that box.
Okay, so there we go. We're in the camp of Mystery Boy as our better bet on the card for the day. But that's a wrap from us from the GTV studio. It's been lovely having you with us, and we wish you all the very best. Lots of luck. We hope you make lots of money, and we will always see you from the number 1 box.